Kathy, there you are, and here I am. Oh,
Hey,
there you are. Here I am. Yeah,
just us.
I was messing with my hair because it's funny. But you probably heard me say this, but I had the door over here was letting in sun, and it was messing up the recording, so I blocked it. But the dog didn't realize he could just walk around and get in this room. So he was losing his mind, knocking his head on the
So if he had been a female, he would have walked around.
Right. But
It's the male species that cannot survive without us.
oh, that I didn't know that about Sunny. I think that is so awesome that she moved here for the freedom that women have in particular. That is fabulous. I mean, I knew she had like a big career and stuff, but I didn't realize that's why she moved here from Taiwan. That's awesome. That is awesome. So she was fascinating, I thought.
Yeah, I grew up, my dad told me I had 3 jobs I could take. One was a teacher, one was a secretary, and the other was to get married.
Wow.
That's all I could do. He didn't care that I wanted to be a veterinarian or a doctor or an airline stewardess. That's not what I could do. Women did not have those choices.
Yeah, I don't think that my parents said that to me, but they didn't. What I thought was them favoring my brother. I thought that because they put more of their attention on what he was doing, and whatever I did was a bonus, I guess. That's what it felt like, but that's not how my mother now doesn't say that. She says, well, we thought you could take care of yourself, and we thought he needed a little more help. It didn't feel that way. What it felt like was his choice was a bigger choice somehow than my choice. My choice was, well, that's what it felt like, but I'm not sure what the reality was because she's saying that in hindsight. So I don't know. I don't know what happened then. Hey, Donna, how are you?
Oh, not bad. How are you?
I'm fabulous. My hair is like a hair helmet. I think I used too much hairspray because look, it ain't moving.
It looked like you got it cut. Did you get it cut?
Well, I just had it cut and colored probably 3 days ago. That's why it looks that way.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. I was gonna say, it looked really nice.
Thank you. That's awesome. Yeah, I think maybe when I look back at pictures I like, it's a little longer than this that I like it, but 6 weeks from now it is longer than this. So
yeah.
So I just caught in the picture at the right time because this is how long I've been wearing it. I don't know. Remember this necklace? I love this.
Oh yeah, nice.
This one didn't come with matching earrings. They just sold the necklace. That always has drove me crazy.
Oh yeah.
Sell me the whole set. You know what? Sell me it all. Oh yeah, I want the set. So anyway, we were I attended, I don't know if either one of you did the virtual SendOutCards conference, whatever it was, Saturday. That was awesome.
I did.
Yeah, you did
yes,
too.
It was.
Yeah, yes. That was awesome. He's I don't mean it's all about Cody, but Cody's on there a lot, the guy that founded it. Everybody keeps saying I should try to get him to do Monday Morning Madness with me, but I'm chicken to ask him because I don't know him that well. I think he would recognize my name, but I'm not sure because I have interacted with him a few times, but I don't know. I suppose I've just got to bite the bullet and ask him, but
yeah, he would be awesome because he is very, very inspirational.
Well, it's funny. What I like about the whole SendOutCards thing is it's all about the stories. It's not about the cards, it's about the stories about the cards. So like when you go to the live convention, because I've gone to, I don't even know, a handful of them, the live conventions of theirs, they don't talk about how to make a card. They don't talk about that at all. I thought that was what we were going to do is, I'm like, oh, I'll learn more different things to do. It's not really about the making of the card. They talk about the stories about people getting the cards. Or that's what they talk about. It's all about the stories of why he started the company and why he sells the stuff and why, how people feel when you get the cards. It wasn't about the procedure of doing a card. So
Right.
and that's something actually to remember. And it's funny because I'm doing this class as how to do the cards when the reality is that's not what the important part of the company is. The important part is why you send the card and how the person getting the card will feel when they get the card. That's the important thing. And I guess I end up too getting sucked into, because I like the cards to look nice. I like the cards to represent me and stuff like that. But it's more about the feelings that people get when they get the card than it is about the card itself. So that's good to remember.
So, did they record the event on Saturday?
Yes, but you would have had to have a ticket to the event to see the replay. Because they actually, not unlike the other company that we rep for. The only way you could see the replay of the convention was if you were a virtual convention ticket buyer. So that's the same.
I did my first event since falling this past Saturday. And the girl that did it with me, she said, "How much do you want to sell?" I said, nothing. She just looked at me like, "What?" I said, "I'm not here to make money. I'm here to make friends and future customers. The money will come. If you
You're
learn
a
that."
go-giver. That's the whole go-giver thing.
She's about 2,500 away from President's Club, and so she's very focused on that, and that's fine. So I told her, "You sell. I'm going to pass out books and talk to people." Yeah. And it was the first time I've ever given out 35 books at an event. I usually give out 1 or 2. So I brought
That's
40
perfect.
And came home with 5 and went, "Well, that was interesting."
And you're probably going to end up getting more business than if you just sold them a deodorant and they walked off and that was the end of it.
But we did tell them we're doing an event next month, which is really big here in Baytown. So for them to come look for us if we didn't have what they wanted. But I didn't have that much stuff because my inventory is kind of low. And I basically was there just to make friends. That was my thing.
I always do better when I did that. I actually, when I did events more, I don't do them that much now, but I would sell just Skin So Soft and deodorant and hand cream. That's it. And I kept it simple to stuff that I could easily clean.
Yeah.
And because I did a lot of outdoor ones, but I always earned more money from the afterward. I wait on some of those people still because I took the time to have a connection. So when I looked to see if an event was successful or not, it usually wasn't the volume that I sold. It was not how many connections, but how good the connections I made were. So if I got their contact information and we actually had a connection and I remembered something about them, like their spouse or where they lived or what they worked or how we were connected, that's when I considered it a win. You know what I mean? Because if I just sold stuff and didn't get anybody's connection, then that's great for that day. But, you know, I know that building my list is the most important thing. That and bringing that home, that's what I like about SendOutCards, because for the last 12 years that I've been using SendOutCards, whenever I do anything, whether that's running into someone in the parking lot or the attendant at the car wash, I run right home and add them. And I look up on white pages and try to find their birthday, and I'll try to connect with them on Facebook, because I know in the long run, that's always been the thing that has made every part of my business run is new people and knowing more about them. So trying to get their birthday so I have a reason to stay in touch, or trying to find out if we have other things in common so that I can connect with them on Facebook or something. So I think being able to have all that in my contact manager, very helpful.
Oh, the funny thing was when I got home Saturday night, about 8 o'clock, I go on Facebook just to check something. One of them that I met reached out to me and said, "Oh, I didn't know you were Avon Baytown." And I'm like, "Well, I don't put it out there, but yeah, because I don't sell through that Facebook page. I use that as a branding tool." And she goes, "I used to sell Avon years ago, can I come back under you? I'm
Yes.
like, sure, no problem.
Yes, yes. That's awesome. Yay. I like that a lot better than I had someone lately, and she said, you sent me birthday cards for 10 years that I haven't sold. I came back recently, but she didn't come back under me. So I'm like, well, I guess I didn't make that clear. Yeah, she said, I'm so happy to learn from you again, but I didn't bother to say. Usually I sit here going, too bad you know you're not on my team, because that's a little bit easier for everybody, because the reason it's not just good for me, but someone wants me to solve their problems, it's a little easier to do that when I can see their account and stuff. But they want me to solve their problems even though they didn't come to me to sign up. Like, well, yeah, you limited my right. Oh, but that happens.
Yeah.
That happens. So so anyway, one of the things that's working for me lately is doing Monday Morning Madness. So I beginning of this year, I decided I need to meet more people that I didn't know. So one of the things I wanted to do different was to start doing Monday Morning Madness with guests. I didn't change the name of it. I might should have, because like Bob Berg was telling the group about Monday Morning Madness, and he says, I don't know why she calls it that, because it's not even in the morning. And I'm like, it's morning somewhere. It's a valid point, but I just stuck with it because I'd already been using that for a while. But anyway, once I started doing the guest, I knew it would give me exposure to other people, because each guest knows people I don't know, and they are likely to tell their people to watch the interview with them. So that has worked out really well for me. And so we do it live in Monday Morning Madness, which is free. To create a group like that is free. Have a YouTube channel is free, and I upload it to there too. And this has been good exposure, because a lot of the guests I didn't know, or I haven't touched base with in a long time. What I did was start out with a couple of friends to get my feet in the pool. And then I went to people that I looked back at my stories that I tell when I do speaking. I looked back at my stories and started pulling in some of the people that were in my stories so that they could tell it. And that worked out good. Now I'm more, because I'm at 40 shows in, I'm doing more people that I met, like in the Success Alliance, some of those guys. And I don't know them at all. So it's actually, like Sunny today was fun, because I didn't know. Yeah, thanks, Bo. I do warn my guests ahead about that. I'm like, hey, you know, if we get a delivery, all bets are off, because the dog will be yapping. But anyway, so that it's been good as far as getting me exposure to a lot of people I didn't know. And it's funny, because in the group they have like a coffee meeting where you can get together with one person and get to know them better. But I'm like already doing that. So I'm like, I just invite them to be on my show, and then problem solved. I know them really well by the time the hour's over. So,
Yeah.
But those things anyone can do, because they're free. The group was free, the YouTube channel's free, and I'm actually working my way up to monetizing the YouTube channel so that I could get paid for views. It's you have to have, I think it's 1,000. Is it 1,000 people following your subscribers? And I have way more than that. I have 2,800. But you have to have, excuse me, 4,000 viewing hours in a rolling 12 months. That's been the hard one. When I first looked at that specifically in January last year, I had 150, and that's a rolling 12. So as the time has gone on, when I just looked at it yesterday, it was 780. So, and that's rolling. So now as it starts going past when I first started doing it, it might pick up faster, but it's been picking up faster all year. So, but I'm not even at 25% yet. I've got to get to 4,000. So that's been tough. So now I'm putting up more content, hoping to put my hours up. So like I put this up under business tool training, knowing that it will boost my hours, people that watch the replay. But those things anybody can do, those things are free. So might want to try that. And it's got me new people to meet. And that's what I wanted, new people.
Have you thought about doing a podcast?
It basically is, that is what it is. I just don't call it that. How is it different? How is it different?
So the podcast I usually listen to, you don't see the people.
Right, but I don't like that because I'm a visual person. So many of the people that do podcasts, because I've been on them, actually record it the same way I do, and then they just pull the audio and upload the audio to the Apple and stuff. But I guess it's because my preference is I don't listen to podcasts if they don't have a video.
Yeah.
I don't listen to them at all. So I guess I'm more steering towards people who like video. I guess that's it. When do you listen to it that you don't care about the video?
So usually I'm in the car.
Oh, okay. And see, I can't, I'm not in the car that much, but when I'm in the car, I don't want to interrupt my singing career. I have a singing career to look after. And in the car, trust me, if you're riding with me, I'm the lead singer and all the backup singers, so don't even. I don't want to mess up my singing career. Yeah. Hey, Caroline. Hey, how are you? Boy, your hair's getting long. I didn't realize how long your hair was.
I know it is. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, good. Yes, it is. I don't know. I'm just being that wow woman.
It's so free. That is freeing. That's awesome.
Yes, thank you.
And Rhonda, I do see you there. In case you're thinking I didn't see you, I didn't say anything about you yet. Hi, Rhonda.
Hi.
Hey, how are you?
Okay.
We haven't done a screen share yet. I can do that for you. Do you want to? I said the Christmas cards, but what I wanted to do first, if you don't mind, is we were just talking about Monday Morning Madness and having the guest on, and that the YouTube channel's free and the group's free. If you're going to do something like that, my suggestion to you is that you have a system, because you know how I love systems. And my system with this is that when I just got done Monday Morning Madness and went right to this, and I send a card, a thank you card to my guest. Every guest is the same. And the way I make the card is the same. So I can show you how I make it. It's not the same card. So let me show you how I do it. So I'm gonna go, I'm sharing screen now. I'm sharing screen. Yay. Okay, so I'm gonna go back to Facebook where that show is live as a replay at the moment. Once I download that and put that up on YouTube, I delete it from the group so that people will have to go to YouTube to watch it. And I got that from JP. He does that. That way he gets more views on his YouTube channel. But right at the moment, you can see it's live right here, okay? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna play it. I'll mute it. So what I'm gonna do is keep hitting screen print. And then we'll go look at the screen print. And I want to pick one where we're both look halfway decent, smiling or laughing, right? I'm just hitting screen print a bunch of times. Okay, now I'm going to go over here because I'm going to send this card to her. So what I want the most to happen is her to look good, but I don't want to look crazy, right? So now I'm going to go back. Here we go. And Caroline can't see because she's driving, but I'm going back to the screenshots. Sometimes I have to do this more than once to get a good picture, but I'll go down here and you can see all the screenshots I just took. Okay, there, that's not that good of her, so I'm not going to use that one. I may have to do this more than once. That's not that good of her. Oh, that's cute.
Oh, yeah, that one's good.
That might be it. Let me just look what else I got. No, no, it's that one. That laughing one was a good one. Okay,
Yes.
so we're gonna go, that's the one. Okay. I look a little crazy. She looks awesome in that one though. So here, that's what I'm shooting for. So now I'm gonna edit down to, this is gonna be the front of my card. And I do this every time, by the way. So I'm gonna go edit the card down. Here we go. And here we go. There. And then I'm going to save it over here. Yay. Okay. Now I'm going to go into SendOutCards over here and put that on the front. So what I do, I try to come up with a system because that's how I get stuff done, by being able to consistently follow the system that I set up. So whenever I'm doing something that I have to do more than once, like this I'm doing every week, I want some kind of systems to make it easy on myself. Okay, so let me log in. So every week I do a card the day that I do the show to the guest. And I asked her at the end what she wanted, and she wanted chocolate caramels. So that gives me a chance to say something about SendOutCards too. So now it's a build your own card, because the picture that we just looked at is what I'm going to put on the front. And it's this way, the horizontal one. Customize, definitely a 2-panel. Okay. So then on the front, I'm going to put that picture that we just cropped. So I'm going to upload a photo right here. I'm going to go to screenshots and get that picture we just cropped. And if you're doing any kind of podcast or show, this is a good way to thank the person. So here's the one we just cropped. So I'm going to add that to the front. Now that picture, you see how it overflows the screen. So I always make it a little bit smaller to fit the screen. And then I add the background, and there's a color green. Look at that, almost matches the green on the wording. So that's the front of the card. Now on the inside, I do the same thing up here. This panel, I put the promo, because some of my guests that are not Facebook people or not looking at the promos don't see their own promo. So I put their promo in their card so they can see how I promoted their show. And some guests have liked the promo enough that they want to keep it. So here's the one that I made for Sunny. So I put the promo of their thing, and I made her yellow like that because her name. But when I'm designing the promo the 2 days before, I either I go to their website to see what their color scheme is. Some people have really specific color schemes, believe it or not, and it's easy to spot. Hers, I just picked bright yellow because her name is Sunny. And see, I'm going to do the background in that color too, the bright yellow, because that's perfect. Yay! But that way she has the promo and the actual screenshot from the show. And then on the other panel, I always do this, I have a thank you graphic that I just grabbed off of Google. And it's down here farther. Yay, yay, yay. And it was just a random one I got. You can use anything there. You could do a second shot of your guest. That would work too. Oh, gee. Where is it? Where is it? It's pretty. There it is. Yeah, I just grabbed that off of Google search and make it a little smaller. And then I always try to say something. So I'll say, thank you, Sunny, for sharing your time and your wisdom on Monday Morning Madness. I really loved the fact that you moved to the United States for the freedom, and that you now want to help other women live their best life, their best life. There. And then I usually, what were we gonna say? Donna?
Oh, I said very nice, very
Oh,
nice.
okay. And then I usually end it by saying, I appreciate you. That's how I end it. So now, you know how I love doing this. So this is what I normally do on everybody's card. I almost do them the same all the time so that it'll be easy to crank it out every week. That way I'm sure to do it. It's not that I want it to be the same. It's that it makes it easy. It makes it a something that I can count on, that I can do easy because I've already thought it through once. I don't need to think it through every week. So I make that white. You know, I like doing this part, right? And then I just put the background and there's a color that looks similar to that graphic, and it's this one. See, it's not exactly matchy, but it's close. So see, then when you look at the span picture, that's pretty. Isn't that nice? And see some of the yellow showing the yellow flowers. That's pretty. So there's the front. There's that. And then the back, I'm not going to have it be Avon. I'm going to have it be SendOutCards. That's normally what I do, because most of the people that I talk to on Monday Morning Madness as guests would benefit from using SendOutCards usually. So I stick with this one, which is the SendOutCards logo with my shuffle links for my social media. Okay, and then we're going to go over here, save and proceed to checkout. Ooh, did you see the trying the new editor? I signed up for that. I got to try that. Yeah, ooh, I can't wait to try that. I guess.
Oh yeah, me too.
You can put graphics in again like we used to be able to do, which is awesome. I did get her address, so let me, where did I put it? Oh, okay, I put it here. So if I don't have her in my system already, I needed to add her. So down here, I will put add recipient. And we can look up her birthday together afterward, add new address. And then I will put her, I'm going to put Pei Ming Sunny. Sun. Her last name is Sun. Address is 11092. You know, I had somebody say that they didn't think that was safe to put their address in the Christmas card post. I thought that was hilarious, because if anyone any longer thinks that it's not very easy to get your address, they must be living in a hole under a rock somewhere, because I don't know how you would shield people from being able to find your address. That would be a bigger problem, because you can get your address so easy. Almost anyone can do that. Very rarely I don't find somebody's address in whitepages.com. So putting it out on Facebook is not going to cause you any more problems than anything else that you do in the world. Okay, save contact. So in other words, if you're just watching this for the first time, when you make a card, you don't have to put it in a head. You can put the address in of a new person right when you're making the card. And then you press done, and it's going to show them in the recipient section. See, there it is. And I need to add her chocolate caramels. I want to send her enough because she's got more than just her at the house. Let's see. Gourmet food. Here we go. They better still have the chocolate caramels today, where I'm gonna, oh, where is it? Gourmet food. They had the chocolate caramels the other day. I'm hoping. That's the sea salt caramels. Where are the chocolate caramels? Where are they? Where are they?
You're
Well, at
in
least
trouble.
they have the trio. I could always send that. Where's the, they had chocolate caramel. Oh, this is it over here. There it is. Chocolate caramels. Yay. Oh, I did that before, offered somebody cookies, and then all I had was like the little pumpkin cookies or something. You like the way I say pumpkin? That's my thing, pumpkin. I leave the P out. Pumpkin.
Pumpkin.
Okay, here we go. Pumpkin. Yeah. I get a thrill out of that, by the way. Okay, ready to send. So all I'm paying for, because I'm on a subscription, is not for the card, just the shipping and the caramels themselves. And actually, that's a deal on the shipping. They announced it during the weekend. If you're on a subscription, they're giving you a deal on the shipping. So that's a deal on the shipping. So for $12, I can send this nice gift for her. And that's it. Isn't that awesome?
Nice.
Yay. So in other words, not just for this reason, but for other reasons, if you have videos, like if you're sending somebody, I don't know, acknowledgement for speaking at an event or something, you can go, I've done this a lot for people who post videos on Facebook. Go in the video, do a bunch of screenshots, then you can capture that into a picture. So if some people only use a bunch of videos and don't ever post pictures of themselves, you can still get it by screenshotting the video. And you just have to do a bunch of them. I usually have to do 5 or 10 to get one where the people don't look crazy. Because yeah, a screenshot, you're going to get all kind of facial expressions. But I still do that a lot. I use screenshots a lot. You know what else when I did that? I was trying to think of the convention video. If I know somebody speaking and I know them personally, I'll do screenshots to get a card to send to them that way, so I can get them in action. But it's a good way to do it, I think. Screenshots. What are you doing in the car, Caroline?
Well, I have an appointment at 1 o'clock, so I went straight to here after I deliver Meals on Wheels on Monday morning.
Oh, nice. Good for you.
I love it. Just love it. And so that's why I'm not, a lot of times I'm not on Monday Morning Madness, because I have to watch the replay.
Oh.
But this morning I have got to be on the send out card call today, because I want to hear from about the weekend. However, I couldn't get on till a little bit later because I didn't get my meals back. So I had another appointment I'm going to at 1 o'clock, a personal appointment. So I thought, okay, I'll get there and I'll just sit in the car till it's time, and I'm listening to you on the way. So I'm getting my paperwork together for that meeting.
They did talk about one of the big things they're doing in SendOutCards is you can now buy bulk cards, and somebody else was confused and thought that it meant the stock cards. No, like that card that I just made, I had the option on the screen. I just didn't say anything about it, where I could buy 100 of those if I wanted to and have them sent to my house with the envelope.
Okay, so I'm glad you mentioned that, because I was thinking that, say I wanted to send out the same card to, like, I don't know, 20 contacts. Does that mean the same thing? Can I send them out like we do? You know how we do, but we do one at a time so they don't get suspicious.
Well, I mean, you can you can still have them do it. That's just called a group send.
Okay, right.
It's just not included in your subscription, but neither would buying them in bulk and send them to your house. That wouldn't be included in your subscription either.
So which is the better way?
Well, no, I personally am not sure what. I can think of only a few circumstances where I would want them to send me the cards and me give them out. That would be if I wasn't mailing them, if I was handing them out. That would be one reason I would want to do that. Or for some reason, I wanted to handwrite stuff in there, but I use my own handwriting font and my own signature. So I personally want them to deal with it. There's the reason I use their service.
Well,
But
Same
some
here.
people
So
don't.
I didn't know for sure which that was about. So I'm glad you explained that.
No,
So
I think the thing that I haven't been talking enough about all this time, because you've been following along, is group sends. Because what you
yes.
see me doing is heartfelt cards, is individually heartfelt cards. But I do a lot of group sends, and that would be, let me just show you an example. I do, my group sends, what I do is, Kathy said you had me at chocolate. That's awesome. Yeah, I totally get that. Matter of fact, Biv wrote something about I wouldn't do anything for a Klondike bar, but I would do a lot for coffee. And I'm like, well, let's not get crazy. You know what I mean? You do remember that a Klondike bar is vanilla ice cream covered in chocolate, right?
Chocolate.
So
Yes.
that confused me. So anyway, so a group send would be just an example. My big group send that I send so many of is the birthday card. So my birthday card right now is the one that I do the big quantity of is this one. So this is, you can go pick this card or make it from scratch. A group send just means it either is going to a bunch of people, the same card going to a bunch of people that you're sending all, you know what I mean, at one time, or you're sending them to schedule them to be sent later. Both of those would be group sends. On all of the subscriptions right now, you get some group sends as part of the subscription. All of them have that now. So even like,
Okay.
right, so you don't shy away from group sends just because you think you have to pay. Because you have some anyway, and it's
Yeah.
still worth it even if you are paying. So like this is the birthday one, okay? So I'm going to edit and save. And I'll send it to a couple of you guys so that I can show you. So in the inside, this is a 3-panel. It's the color page. This is my little message. You can't read it, and I can't go to individual panel view from this screen, which is
Right.
you can from the checkout screen. And then 2 little cartoons. And then on my back panel, I have a picture of me and Alex and our art. Okay. So then I'm going to go, that's the back. This is the one I send out the hundreds of. Okay. So then I'm going to save and proceed to checkout. And if I sent this to one person, that would be, they would still count that as a heartfelt individually sent card if I didn't schedule it to be sent later. But what I usually do when I do my big giant list is I would go in here and I would change this, the send immediate. I would change that to arrive on birthday. Okay. Now I'm going to save send immediate because I'm going to send it to a couple of you guys so you can see the card. Okay. But I want to show you the difference in the pricing. I've used all my group sends, so, but I'll show you on the pricing. So this is how you do it is down here where it's recipients. I can add as many recipients as I want. So I'll put like Caroline Artisan. Okay, then I'll just check you. Then I erase that, and then I'll put Kathy Graham. And look, then I'll check you.
Okay.
And then I'll put Rhonda. Whoop. Yay, and I'll check you. Whoop, it's not checking me. There, and then I'll put Donna. And then I'll check you. Okay, and then I say I'm done, right? And it'll list all 4 of you down here.
Ah, okay.
So now that's a group send.
Right.
Because it's more than one person. Okay.
Yeah.
Even though this one's ship immediate. Now, and see, look at this bulk send option. It's there on the ones you can buy. So I could buy a whole bunch of this one card, and it doesn't have to be a stock card. It could be one you made yourself.
Okay.
Okay. But I don't want to do that because I like them sending it. I like them dealing with it. That's my whole point of using it.
Yeah. So that bulk, so that bulk send then, if you chose that, those cards would be mailed to you.
Yes, and you wouldn't
Okay.
be picking recipients. Yeah,
Right. Okay.
right. So, okay, so these 4, matter of fact, just to be a sport, why don't I send you all a couple brownies?
Aw.
Okay, so we're gonna add the gift. If you
You're
haven't
so
tried the,
sweet.
let me try, I'll send you the new brownies. There's new brownies that I hadn't tried before that are awesome. Let me see if I can see where those are.
Awesome. Awesome.
It's these.
What are they?
Chocolate caramel pecan.
My. Oh,
Yeah, somebody just sent those to me. You guys have to try those. Those are so good.
yum.
So I will send you those.
I'm
So
with
now-
you, Kathy. I'm not sharing it with anyone.
So look at this though. So anything that I set up here, if I said here, arrive on birthday, they're all
Yeah.
going to arrive on the individual people's birthdays.
Oh,
I'm going to say send immediate, and they're all going to get shipped. So whatever I do on this one screen. So if I want some to go immediate and some arrive on birthday, I need to make those cards separately. So whatever I do on this screen is going to affect everybody down in this, in here.
Oh,
Now-
yeah.
a question I'd have is if you said send them all on their birthdays, then do they charge you extra for that, right? Not you, but some of us.
They're not going to charge any different than if I do a group send. It's the same.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Once you're doing more than one person at a time and or scheduling it for later, because I'm going to pay the same for this than I would if I scheduled it for later. But I
Okay.
actually want you to get the brownies now, so I'm going to say send it now.
Send now.
It's either one of
Okay.
those two things that happen, which
Okay.
makes it a group send. Either one, not both of them. So it's
Mhm.
either a bunch of people at once, more than one, and or schedule it for later. That makes it a
Okay.
group send, okay? So then I'm going to go down to the bottom here and say, I'm ready to send. And it's going to give me that checkout page. Now see, because I'm on that big subscription, which I love, those cards only cost me $1. $1 each. Now that's awesome. And then the brownies, and then I got a discount on the shipping. So the shipping is per individual shipping, of course, but I could add a present like that and ship a bunch of people at once. So you see how that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then I just go down here and send, and all 4 of you are going to get that card and those brownies.
Yay!
Yay! You'll have to tell me, you know what, post in the group how you like those brownies, because those are, oh,
Okay.
I hadn't tried them yet. But let's look at the price here just to show you that every one of them now has included some group sends.
Yeah, 30.
Right, so
Okay.
even look at this one, let's see, 30, the 37 a month has 30 group sends.
See, that's the one I'm on. So that's why. Okay.
It's monthly
right.
card sends, they're calling it. I say system send or group send, but that one
Okay.
includes monthly card sends.
Yay.
Okay,
Okay.
now this one
Yes.
here is 97, and look, it says 30 system sends. It includes the 30 system sends and also individual unlimited regular sends.
Yes.
Okay, so it's still a good deal all the way up. So the 147
Yeah.
is 100 system sends. So if you've got any of these bigger ones, make sure you're not just trying to shove everything in the unlimited, because you're giving up your system sends, which are
Right.
also included in that.
Okay.
And the pricing also, I've been saying this more lately, but it's not just about the unlimited individual sends that makes this so worthwhile. If you're a big sender or one of your customers is a big sender, that difference in the system send cost per card, I'm only paying $1 per card. And look, I was paying $1.50 per card. Just the difference, because I send out hundreds of cards, has paid the subscription difference.
Yeah.
Right? So
Right.
that price break, here it's $1.50, here it's $1.25, and I'm only paying $1. So if you're showing this, like if you're, let's just say you're trying to earn some money doing this, okay, and you're an affiliate, Well, let's just say, because some, you know, it's just like any other company that you rep for. If you're out there doing it enough, somebody will say to you, I want to do that too. So let's say somebody asks you and they're a car dealer or a dentist or someone that uses it a lot. You're going to want to know those because that price difference is one of the biggest benefits that's worked for me. I love the unlimited and I send a ton out. However, my biggest savings hasn't been that. It's been the price difference in the group sends, what I pay for. So,
Thank you, Lisa. I'm sorry to interrupt, but I must go.
okay.
I will go back and look at the beginning of this
Awesome.
and then send you any questions I
Okay.
have.
Thank you, Caroline.
But you had
Have
a good time.
day.
You had a
Okay.
good time.
Oh, yeah. I'll send it.
Okay, good.
Thanks.
Of course.
Have
Bye.
fun. And everybody else. So I will, I'm going to put this up on YouTube, and I am done already as 3. Unless Rhonda or Donna, did you have something you wanted me to show you, or are you all set for today?
I'm good.
I'm
I
all
learned something new.
Did you? Did you?
Yeah,
Or
I
did,
didn't.
oh,
The group
good.
Oh, I did.
sends. Mhm.
I did too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the groups, especially if you're sending out, like when I send that 400 something birthdays every month, if I had to do those individually, I wouldn't want to do it. But I can.
No, I
can-
didn't realize you could do it as a group send and set it for their birthday and it would do their birthday. I didn't know that. I was
Even with the
you know,
presents. Yeah, so
Yeah.
like my Avon downline, I have a list of people that are like President's Club or leadership, and those people for their birthday get brownies. And I can set it up so they get the card and the brownies when they're supposed to on their birthday. So it's nice that you can attach the present too,
Mhm.
and it arrives when it's supposed to. You're not sitting there having to figure it out.
Yeah.
So isn't that
That's
awesome?
awesome. Yes, that is.
And just one parting thing, I don't know if you knew this. I knew this actually from before Saturday, but did you know that SendOutCards is actually the biggest postal customer in the United States? That's
I didn't
big.
know that. Mhm.
Yeah, they're big. They said right around regular time of year, they send out about 40,000 cards a day. Christmas it goes way up from there.
Right.
So isn't that awesome? But
Yeah.
that's why they have a lot of these things figured out. So because they're such a big customer of the Postal Service, they're connected with their computer there. So that's how they can figure out so that the card and gift arrive when it's supposed to. So they know how long it takes something to get somewhere. So it's usually within a day. It's usually pretty good. So I don't like trying to figure that out myself. I like them to do it. Makes it so much nicer. But anyway, thank you all for coming on.
Thank you.
Yes,
Thank
and I
you.
will post this up on YouTube and I will see you soon.
All
Thank
right.
you,
Looking forward to my
everybody.
brownies.
Thank you.